Hi everybody, we are going to talk about quartiles. And quartiles are numbers that help describe a set of data. Let's try to understand this better. Let's pretend that you are in charge of designing a new house for famous celebrities. And you're in charge of also designing the door. Now, if your door is too short, then our Vice President Kamala Harris won't be able to get in easily. But if our door is too tall, then you might not be able to build a second floor or a third floor. So we have to design this door carefully. Now, you decide that in order to make this door, you decide to get some data. And you decide to get some data on all sorts of celebrities, okay? So here's some of the data that you collected, or here's all the data that you collected. Now, for those of you who know what median is the middle number, okay? So am I correct here to say that the median is Sultan Kosin, who is 99 inches tall? Is that correct? You might be thinking, no, that can't be correct. That cannot be the middle of my data, because the 99 inches is the biggest number here. It's the greatest number here. So there has to be something wrong. This can't exactly be in the middle. Now, going back to thinking about median, one thing we need to remember is that you need to take this data and sort it from least to greatest. So that's what I forgot to do. I forgot to sort this data from least to greatest. So I'm going to rearrange my numbers. I'm going to rearrange my data so that I have it from least to greatest. There we go. Now I have it from least all the way to greatest, okay? And now I want to share with you how you can analyze this data, okay? So our median is our middle number. So our median here is Rick Astley, okay? This is our middle number. Median is the middle, okay? Now the nice thing about the median is that it splits our data into two parts, okay? And our two parts is this lower half and the upper half, okay? And another thing to keep in mind is that the median splits our data into 50%. This is 50% of the data right here in the lower half, and this is also 50% of the data, our upper half, okay? Now let's talk about what quartiles are, okay? Now here's some good news. If you know how to find the median, then you'll be able to know how to find quartiles, okay? Watch this real quick. Now let's take a look at our lower half, okay? Only pay attention to the lower half. My question for you is, how do you find the median of this lower half, okay? Where's the middle of this lower half? Now, just by looking at it, the middle or the median of the lower half is going to be right here, okay? Whoops, sorry. So the median of the lower half is Bruno Mars, and we call that the lower quartile, or RQ1. This is quartile 1, Bruno Mars. Quartile 1, 65 inches, okay? Over here where we have the median, that median is called our quartile 2, okay? And now finally, let's talk about this part, okay? Over here, let's only look at the upper half. Only stare at the upper half. Where is the median of this upper half? where is the median of this upper half? Well, the median is the middle, and the middle for this upper half is over here. It's Michael Jordan, okay? I apologize to you all. I am trying to find a way to put this in the back, and it's a little bit challenging here. There we go. Okay. Now, the median of the upper half is 78 inches. Okay. This is our upper quartile, and it's also called our Q3. Okay. Quartile 3. Quartile 1, quartile 2, quartile 3. Okay. And quartile 4 is just right here at the very end of our data. Okay, right here at the very end. So if you think about this now, well, actually, let's think about what are quartiles, okay? What is a quartile exactly? Quartiles are numbers that divide your set of data into 4 parts, okay? Now, if you think of quar is a prefix, and it means 4, okay? For those of you who know Spanish, cuatro means 4. Quat, okay? Quat or qua or quad, quar, okay? Those all are 4, okay? If you quadruple something, that means 4 times, okay? So a quartile is a number that divides data into 4 parts, okay? So here's our quartile right here, here's a quartile right here, and here's a quartile right here, and these quartiles are splitting our data into 4 parts. 1 part, 2 part, 3 part, 4 parts, okay? And you can see that quartiles here as well. Here's a quartile, here's a quartile, and here's our first section. Here's our second section. Here's a quartile, here's our third section. There's a quartile, and here's our fourth section, okay? You can clearly see that these quartiles are cutting our data into 4 parts, okay? And those 4 parts are 25%, all right? I hope this part helps you understand quartiles, okay? And why do they use a prefix that means 4, okay? And now, let's go through some problems, okay? On page 6, for those of you who have access to this, you have a chance to take these apples and sort them and move them around, okay? Now, the smallest apple size is our 20 right here, so we'll type 20. Our biggest apple size is this 110 gram apple right here, so we'll type 110. If we wanted to, we could type G as well for grams. Our median apple size, now, wait, how do we find the median again? Well, remember, we have to sort the data from least to greatest, okay? And that's why we have this. Here's my data, sorted from least to greatest, okay? And now I need to find the median, and since we're using green, I'll go ahead and I'll use one of my techniques for finding median. I can cross out numbers left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. Now, if I do left, right again, I won't have any numbers, okay? So I'm left with these 2 numbers. And to find the median of these 2 numbers, I just have to find the middle of 60 and 62. And the middle of 60 and 62 is 61. So my median or middle is 61 grams. Okay. Now for my lower quartile, remember, lower quartile means that I have to look at the lower half. And you can see me erasing this because I want to make this clear to you all. My lower quartile, I'll mark with orange, okay? My lower quartile is the median of the lower half. Lower quartile, look at the lower half. Lower quartile, look for the median of the lower half, okay? Here's my lower half right here, okay? Remember, the median cuts it in half, so I'm really looking at here, okay? So now I'm going to find the median of this lower half. Left, right, and here it is, okay? This is my lower quartile, or Q1, and it's 30 grams. Now I will erase this. And remember, my median is right here, okay? So now I want the upper quartile. And in order to get the upper quartile, I am going to only look at the upper half. And now, where's my median of this upper half? Left, right, right. Here it is. This is the median of the upper half, and it's 80 grams. Okay. Finally, last question here. What is the interquartile range? Now, the good news is that over here it tells you how to find an interquartile range. All you have to do is find the difference, which is subtraction, between the upper quartile and the lower quartile. So you're just going to take Q3 minus Q1. My Q3, we said, was 80. And my Q1, my lower quartile, we said was 30. So 80 minus 30 equals 50. Okay? So now you've just practiced how to find quartiles, and you've also practiced a new concept called interquartile range. Now let's go to page 7. And page 7 is about the percentages, okay? So remember what quartiles do. Quartiles split our data into 4 equal parts, okay? Now, remember, the median splits our data in half. And so our median cuts our data into 50%. And over here, 50%. You can also see 50% by just adding these 25s. 25 plus 25, 50. Okay. So if the median splits our data into 2 50s, then our quartiles split our data into 25% pieces. Here's 25% right here. Here's another 25% right here, another 25, and another 25. Okay? And then our first question is, how many percent of the data is bigger than the median? Bigger than the median. And let me mark that with orange. I want to know how much data is bigger than this median. And I'll mark it like this. How many percent is this? Well, it's 50. It's this plus this, okay? Or just by looking at it, we've cut this data in half, okay? Because this whole thing is how many percent? It's 100. The whole data is 100%. So this is 50. All right, now let's erase this, if you don't mind. Let's take a look at the next question. The upper quartile, Q3. Oh, okay, we're talking about Q3. So let me mark this in blue. Here's my Q3. And I'll make this really bold right here, really big. The upper quartile, Q3, splits the upper half, splits my upper half, into 2 quarters. 1 quarter, 2 quarters. So what percent of all the data is bigger than the upper quartile Q3? Okay, we're looking for the data that is bigger than the upper quartile. So where is that? Where's the data that is bigger than the upper quartile? It's right here. It's this part. So how many percent is this? Okay, how many percent is that? Well, you can easily see right here is just 25% of the data, okay? 25% of the data is bigger than the upper quartile. And you just explain it over there, okay? And then see if you can answer this question, question C. And then lastly, on page 8, these questions are more of an opinion question, okay? Why do you think quartiles matter? So you're gonna go ahead and give your best opinions on it, okay? And talk about what information can quartiles give you, okay? So think about that. I hope this helps. Good luck if you're doing this assignment, and I hope you got a better understanding of quartiles. Take care, have a wonderful day.